Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant, and welcome back to the channel. Promo cards in FC25 never really feel obtainable, right? At least the ones that we want, the good ones. But when EA gives us an opportunity and a chance to create EVO cards that are just as good, if not better, than some of the cards that are in packs that we're chasing, we will be there for that. Guys, yesterday the Dino Magic Evolution dropped, and it is making some absolutely insane cards, and it's making cards so insane that some of the players that you can EVO, their other cards on the market are dropping as people are just evoing them into better versions. We got to talk about that and also look forward to today on Sunday as the big Buffon SBC is expected to drop, as well as potentially another Icon Pack SBC, which means we could make some easy coins today with Squad Battle Rewards supply. There's a lot to discuss today, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's start by going over yesterday's Saturday content on FC25 first by going to the objectives section where we had a new Matisse Tell World Tour upgrade SBC. I say the Matisse Tell because that was the one that we had before. This time it is Di Maria and it is Tagliafico for Argentina. It's very interesting, right? We have this Globetrotters card design now in the game. This was one of the leaked cards that we had earlier in the past couple of days, and allegedly this is our next promo. So we're in Ultimate Suck right now. We're going to be in the Globetrotters promo this coming Friday. So this promo we're in is a 1 week iteration, not a 2 week back-to-back, which we appreciate. So that's the first Globetrotters card there. This card itself does not look that great, aside from the Anticipate Plus, I'll be honest. Looks like it needs an EVO or two to become super usable, but if you want the links there, you've got it. This Di Maria, on the other hand, I think it looks pretty nice. 5-star skills, he did get +1 in the weak foot. We would have loved a 4-star weak foot, but 3 will have to do for him. Center attacking mid, right wing, right mid. Just looks like a really, really fun card with great play styles, good rolls, and I mean, he's probably going to fit an EVO here soon too. 87 rated in the next month. Maybe during Winter Wildcards, they boost up the ratings of the EVOs to like 87. He could fit that. That could be a pretty good card as well. It's not that hard to get done, by the way, and you do get an 85 double for completing it 2 times if you want to get this one done. Now, let's go to the SBC because this is where it's tied into, right? Just like the Matisse Tell, it is a League SBC with the rewards in the objectives. The World Tour Argentina upgrade, which, by the way, for completing the whole thing, you get a 50k pack tradable, which is pretty big. Now, this SBC is a lot easier than the Matisse Tell because you only need 1 player from these certain clubs in the Argentine League to get it done. And you might be like, Nate, yes, some of these are extinct on the market though, and they are. But with the SBCs that are out right now, the daily silver upgrade, the daily bronze upgrade specifically, this gives you an incredible chance of spending absolutely nothing on doing this SBC. You have 18 days to do this. This is out for 13 more days. If you're opening those every single day, which 100% now with this World Tour out and the new League SBCs being easier to complete because of the requirements they changed and also having these out, this combination right now of the League SBCs with the silver and bronze cards, it is incredible. Make sure you're doing the daily bronze, the daily silver, the daily gold every single day, 3 times a day. It takes 2-3 minutes, but it's going to help you out a ton. Like personally, I don't have a ton of Argentines in my club to go through and wipe through this SBC right away, but I'm going to do the daily bronze and silver every day this week, and hopefully I'm able to get this done for virtually free. Like, that's the point of this, is to basically turn in silver cards plus 1 player from one of those specific teams, and then you do 2 84 rated squads at the end. Like, I don't know how this is calculating out to 137,000 coins on Footbin. It must be because some of these Argentine silvers are extinct on the market, but this SBC is not 137k if you think about it in that way. It is going to be something you could chip away at every single day this week with the daily bronzes and silvers. Very easy to get done, I think. Maybe you have to try sniping or, you know, trying to buy 1 or 2 players off the market that are tough to pack from one of the clubs where they're a bit expensive, but that's the only annoying thing about this. I think if you open enough of those daily bronze and silvers, though, you'll probably get somebody to put in throughout the week. So that is really nice there. The one thing I will say is for some of those Argentine club players that are extinct on the market, be very careful about selling them, especially if you have a lot. Like, sure, if you have cards like that in your club and you just want to take the coins because you're not going to do this SBC, do that, but do not list them at max price. List a couple 100 coins below because I've been hearing about it. If you guys know Nick28T, the streamer, he was selling some Argentines from his club, and I just saw on Twitter that he got market banned. It's still one of the most frustrating things about this game is that EA's system for market banning sees like a silver card going from 200 coins or 500 coins to 5k extinct, and if you sell like 2 or 3 or 4 from the club at max price, you can get a market ban. It's one of the dumbest things ever. But if you have any of those in your club, don't list them for 5k or whatever their max price is. List them a couple hundred coins less, and just don't sell a ton at one time. Space them out, because that'll just help hopefully prevent you from being wrongfully banned. So that's really frustrating, but that's kind of coming up again with this SBC being out. So just take caution with that. And then we have these, as I kind of already mentioned, the premium and the regular mixed leagues upgrade SBCs are back, and the premium mixed league has been made easier, especially this Libertadores and Sudamericana section here. If you like grinding league SBCs, really, there's no better time to do league SBCs with the daily bronze and silver and gold out. You can basically craft those, put all that stuff in your club, and you use those players to get tradable and untradable packs in here. I know a lot of people love rinsing and repeating through these. These are incredible to do now with these out. So for the next 2 weeks with this grind here, just make sure you do these every single day. It's going to help yourself out a lot in the future. So the other thing we had yesterday in SBCs was a showdown. I mean, completely honest, guys, to be completely honest, the content yesterday was mostly the evolution, right? The SBC content, the objective combination there, not bad. These two player SBCs, they're dirt cheap. Kenneth Taylor versus Pedro. You've got Lazio versus Ajax in a Europa League match upcoming this week. I think Pedro is the more popular card for sure, especially with a +2 on the line here. The other thing I wanted to mention is this Pedro can actually fit into an EVO that would give him 90 pace. So if it's worth it for you, you could put him into that EVO. He gets 90 pace, and then if his team actually wins, you would expect him as well to get upgraded beyond that, because there were people that put a Showdown card recently into another evolution, and that card got upgraded even after the EVO. So that's something to kind of watch out for if you want to go ahead and try that out and test that out. These are both really cheap. It's like 30k for Pedro, and it's like 17k for Taylor. So really cheap there. And before we get to the evolution and talk about that content from yesterday, this is a big thing as well. There was another store pack mistake by EA with the wording, and it's a compensation situation, as you would expect, because they were saying that a pack that was supposed to say maximum 90 icon was saying 90 plus icon in traditional Chinese language. Like 2 weeks ago, it was Spanish, right? Now it's traditional Chinese. I don't know what EA is doing to translate their pack descriptions for all these big packs they keep adding to the store. If they're using like AI or ChatGPT or whatever, it's not doing it for them, right? They need to pay closer attention to this, because they're just creating more compensation situations. We're all still waiting, or not me, but a lot of you guys are waiting on the 91 plus compensation. Where's that at, EA? Pack's been added to the code. We're just waiting now, right? So there's a lot of people waiting for that. And now there's another compensation potential here, which, I mean, it's not even a potential, it's a fact, because they tweeted about it. They removed it from the store. I don't know if it's still there. It was the 475,000 coin icon pack, which also gave you a hero. Let me see if it's still here. Is it still there? 475k. Wow, it's not there. I did notice as well that our favorite player picks are back, the 55k player picks, so I'll be opening those today on the stream. But yeah, that pack has actually not returned, so they really messed it up, I guess. But it was in traditional Chinese that this said it would give you a 90 plus icon. Literally the exact same mistake from the 91 plus 2 weeks ago or a week ago, whenever that was, that we're still waiting on the compensation for, but it happened again yesterday. So GG's EA, GG's if you were on and you took advantage of that. I, again, did not do any of that, but I saw it happening. I saw people tweeted about it, and wanted to mention that there. Yeah, another EA mistake, I guess, right? Now, let's talk about the EVO, because this was the best part of content yesterday. It impacted the market. It's impacting cards like that fit the EVO, and also cards that people are selling, because now a version through this EVO is as good or better than their promo card in packs or in the game on the market. Dino Magic. This is the EVO, guys. This is crazy. This kind of came out of nowhere. First of all, whenever there's a crazy EVO card design, it's always paid. Like El Torero's got the red one with the lightning strikes. This one's 100k. It's also got the purple with the lightning strikes. Here we are again with a purple design with like a crazy little thing flying around it. Maybe that's why it's paid. I think it's paid because the EVO is sick and it's creating insane cards. Now, the reason this EVO absolutely hits is, number one, the players that can fit into it, and number two, the upgrades that you get, specifically the stat limits, right? What have we complained a little bit about with EVOs when they're not the greatest? The stat limits. Take a look at the stat limits here. 90 pace. 88 passing, 90 dribbling. You get technical playstyle, center attack in mid position, plus 15 agility and 10 balance, up to high 80s. You get plus 7 physical. You get a weak foot boost up to 4-star. You get first touch, wide playmaker plus, up to 88 composure, 87 reactions, 85 shooting, and plus 4 skill moves, uncapped. So basically, you're putting a player into this evolution and you're going to come out with a 5-star, 4-star player because of the weak foot boost and the skill move boost being uncapped. Now, of course, you get the playstyle plus of Trickster Plus, which a lot of people, I think, don't value as much as they could. Trickster Plus is very, very good this year. In previous years, like last year, it was not very good, but this year with the fake shot animation and some of the flicks that you can do, especially for the fake shot, it is very, very useful. Like Trickster regular is good, but Trickster Plus, like using Graham Hansen, I can attest to this. It is very, very good. So I don't have a lot of cards that look really sick in my club for this Evo, but if you go and check out Footbin, like we're going to do in a second, there is a ton. Now, I'm very tempted to do my first Lamine Yamal Evo because I just started I tried out his promo card that is in packs right now, and after trying that card out, it makes me want to Evo a version of him. Now, look at these crazy cards that you can create out of this. This Rafinha is one of the first, right? Which, of course, his price on the market, he's extinct because everybody wants his card for this Evo at 10,000 coins. That's what happens, right? When good Evos come out, that's how you can kind of tell that it's a really good Evo. This Rafinha, 5-star skills, that's kind of the biggest thing, right? You look at this Rafinha compared to his SBC that a lot of people did. This one has Tiki Taka. This one would have Trickster Plus. You've got 3 less pace and 7 less defending than the SBC card. Who cares? You've got 2 more shooting and 2 more passing and the 5-star skills. And you've got the better card design too. I know it shows the green design here in Footbin, but you got the purple design, right? And you have the position change. This is very underrated about this Evo. The fact that every card coming out of this gets the center attacking mid position change is huge. I mean, like, Javi Simons had it already, but for a guy like Lamine Yamal or a guy like Rafinha or Gyökeres or Doku, what that does is it allows you to then, in the future, have a higher chance of evolving that card because now you've got a card with another position on it. Does that make sense? Like for Lamine Yamal, you're like, Nate, I'd really like to boost his shooting. Well, maybe a center attacking mid Evo comes out that boosts shooting or something like that, or gives a center attacking mid roll plus. Like, you actually could put this Lamine Yamal into the Classic 10 Evo and objectives, and he would get Classic 10 plus because he has center attacking mid. So I love that about this Evo. I love the stat boost that it brings. This, like, look at this Lamine Yamal card. 90 pace, 89 dribbling, 85 shooting, 87 passing, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Compared to the promo card that's dropping a lot, it's now 700,000 coins. I sold him at 890 at the content drop today. I was trading him for a quick second. This one has Trivela Plus with 91 pace and 91 dribbling. So like +1 pace and +2 dribbling over this Evo card. But this one has 5-star skills and it has the Trickster Plus. This one has the Trivela. Like, this is for 100,000 coins if you have the Inform, or you can create almost the exact same one if you have the gold card, just with another Evo chain. That's incredible. Like, that's what I'm saying, guys. You take a look at that card there. There's so many insane options to this Evo, man. Meta cards, of course, but then other ones that, like, you know, maybe for your passionate squad, your past and present squad that you're building, like, any Evo that comes out of this is going to be sick. This Pulisic is 5-star with Trickster Plus and center attack in mid. I'm really tempted to do Pulisic in this. I'm really tempted to do Lamine Yamal as well, as I was trying him out and he was really, really good. I'm torn on who to choose from this. And I will tell you this as well. You do not have to choose right away because there might be another Evo that comes out in the next 2 weeks that is like really, really good, and that you might want to chain into this. That's definitely something to kind of look out for. The other thing I wanted to point out is, the one negative, it's 100,000 coins. But to be honest, an Evo that is this good, that gives this big of an upgrade, I mean, I can't think that the last time that we had an Evo that feels this, like, I don't know, massive. This is huge, right? For 100,000 coins, I think most of the cards that are being created from this are going to would be worth that if they were on the market or more. So if you need 100,000 coins to get this Evo done, we can show you some ways to trade. Actually, today's going to be a great day to make some coins with squad battle rewards. So we'll be talking about that later in the video, because I like to think of it that way sometimes too. Like, if I don't have a ton of coins, or like, man, I really don't want to part with 100,000 coins to do this Evo, but there's a player that it looks pretty sick. Well, I'm just going to set a goal for myself to go trade and make 100K so that I can get this Evo done and not feel like I'm losing coins in a sense, right? Now, speaking of losing coins, cards like Pulisic and other wingers that now have insane versions via this Evo are dropping, and people are losing coins here. 122K for Pulisic. He's now 93K. Because of that EVO version that's out. Luis Diaz was 420K plus yesterday, even spiked at one point to 450 and 500K for a quick second. On Friday as well, he was like, 430,000 coins. He's now under 400K because he fits this EVO. Looks pretty cracked as well. What an EVO. What an absolutely insane EVO. So this one's a W, 100%. I know it's 100,000 coins, but we can get past that, especially seeing how good the cards are that actually come out of it. The big names that go in it, that get upgrades, and of course, the extra position. I think that's actually really, really huge. Now, let's talk about the market, guys, because some of these cards in packs, I mentioned I flipped the Lamine Yamal, the Ultimate Succession cards, this is the normal trend that we see on Saturdays, right? They drop, and oh boy, do they drop a lot. So I bought one Lamine Yamal late Friday night for 1.06 million coins, sold it for 1.187. Bought another one right before the content drop yesterday on Saturday for 819, sold it for 897, and now what do we just see? He's 710,000 coins, right? So you're going to have a ton of fluctuations, and that is the fluctuation that you normally see on a Saturday. If you've not watched promo cards on Saturdays for a long time, that is what you normally see. You see a rise into Saturday morning and then a drop on Saturday. And these cards are probably going to drop even more today. That's kind of like the general rule for Saturdays, especially for new cards, right? Go up a little bit in the morning and then drop a lot. I flipped Kimmich as well. You saw me talking about him in last night's video. 294. That's crazy. I bought him right here yesterday, sold him right here. And then he went all the way down to 315, back to 350. So these cards move and they have demand. But with squad battle rewards today, I would imagine that they are going to drop a little bit further. So I would be especially careful about some of these cards in the main promo team because they could be dropping. I mean, a lot of them are very cheap, but I think they're going to get supplied a little bit more today. And then maybe have some fluctuations upward into Monday morning. That's a common trend that we see with the new promo cards too. So depending on how much these drop, we'll be looking to invest in them maybe later tonight on Sunday. So if you're looking to make some coins on a higher budget, definitely look at some of these. Even if you're on a lower budget, some of the cheaper cards. Akanji moves a lot in price. Paulinho is now under 100K. His card moves a lot in price as well. If you can time the fluctuations, there's easy coins there. Now, also, we got to talk about the Thunderstrucks because there were more games yesterday on Saturday, which means more upgrades were confirmed. But EA, where in the world are these upgrades, man? I mean, think about it. Koundé and Riquelme have been waiting for an upgrade for a couple of days now. They got their upgrade mid last week. They have still not been upgraded yet. Same thing with like Saliba and Saka. Was EA really waiting throughout this whole weekend to upgrade these cards? Guys, I still have the Patrick Vieira because I didn't really trade a whole lot yesterday, like 4 or 5 cards. Watched the market for like, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 minutes. Like this Patrick Vieira card, I still have. Ooh, he's going back up now. Sweet. So like I bought one of him at 3.2 and now he was 3.2, 3.3 all day. He's still like 3.4 right now. But like, where's the +1? Where's the 90 rated Vieira? I'm kind of worried now that these cards maybe are not getting upgraded until like Wednesday of this next week because EA was waiting all along for all the games to happen this weekend before upgrading the cards. Payor is getting double upgrade there. That's a huge one. Valverde is getting a +1. Raul is getting a +1. Mbappe, Rashford, Rooney, Hierro, Isak. A bunch of upgrades coming in. Either the both, like for Payor, that's a double upgrade there for her. But then for most of the others, it's just a single upgrade. So EA, please drop those cards. Of course, if there's any more games today, you would definitely want to sell into the hype for those. And even though you see, like, people have been waiting so long for Koundé now he's just dropping. He was like 750K yesterday. Now he's 650,000 coins. Olise is still holding up, but he's down a little bit. Others have risen up a lot in hype, like Isak. I still think this card, I tweeted about it yesterday, I think this card is very overpriced for the stats that he has. I know it's a hype striker. I know, I get it. But they did not win yesterday. They lost, so he just is going to get the +1 overall and a roll plus. They still need to win the last 2 games here against Leicester City and Ipswich for him to get 2 new playstyles. So I feel like this is probably near the peak of that Isak card, unless there's like some other Newcastle player that comes out. I'll be very careful with him there. And then once again, another shout. Some of these cards you see here are starting to lift up from the discard investments that we shouted many times. Ekitike's 13K. The Catalera up, 500 coins on a card lifting off of the bottom from being like a discard price. Ryerson's 13K. He was 10,000 coins mid-price. He's now 13K there. That's a nice rise. Conor Gallagher, Atletico Madrid play today. A lot of eyes are going to be on this card. 22K. This is one that a lot of people are investing in, but for good reason, because this card is bound to, well, very close to getting the +1, like a double upgrade, basically. If they are to beat Sevilla today and score 1 goal, which they'd have to win, of course, he would go up to a 87 and then get some place fouls and roll pluses added to his card, too. That'd be a really, really nice card there. So the general consensus, as always, is to sell on the hype. But if you have a discard item, like some of those cards we mentioned, you're probably okay to sell. Now, with the market, we might have some things coming today to shake it up again. One reminder, if you have a goalkeeper in your team, that's especially one of the bigger icon goalkeepers, today is going to be a day that you would probably watch their card drop in price. Like, we're going to talk about this Van der Sar icon card here because we're getting the Buffon SBC today, right? And this card has had a lot lower of a price. Like, he was 630,000 coins. He's looking like he's like 650, 660 right now. He was 750K, I think, before the Buffon was leaked. This is the SBC we're expecting today, guys. The 87 Buffon, which we talked about a lot in yesterday's video. This is massive, but the price is key on it. Now, here's the thing, right? It was okay that the SBCs last week during Black Friday were kind of expensive because we had all the 82x14s, all the upgrade packs in the world, all the objective packs to grind, to get the fodder, to do this SBC, to do those SBCs, right? We don't have that same grind this week with Ultimate Succession. So hopefully EA think of that and be nice and release this Buffon SBC at a believable price, a doable price today is the way that I'll put it. I don't know what a number it would be. I feel like they're going to release it around the price of this card. Let's be honest. A lot of the other on this day icons, except for Cruyff, have been released around the price of the base icon card. So if they release this Buffon for anywhere below 600K today, I'd be very happy. 500K for that Buffon. Yes, it is a -4 overall, but he's going to be insane in game. It's going to be Buffon. We do expect this to make big moves. So just be careful with goalkeeper prices. But if it is overpriced, a card like this Van der Sar could actually end up going up in value if there were to be more crashes and some more drops. And then the SBC looks disappointing. I could see a card like this maybe rising up a little. But again, anytime there's an icon keeper, it's going to make any keepers that have a decent number of value on the market drop in price because this is just going to be big. That's an SBC that I fully plan to complete. Of course, depending on the price, we'll see. But watch out for that one today, as well as maybe the Carragher. We might be getting both of those today. That's something we don't know exactly the time frame on how it's going to drop or something like that. But watch out for either of those, like Buffon for sure, but Carragher or Buffon, or maybe both. We'll see. Now, the other thing we're going to talk about is icon upgrade packs, because on Sundays, that's the normal day when we get an icon pack SBC. And some people are saying, Nate, are we going to get an icon player pick? Well, I don't think so, because we just had our first base icon uncapped, no max rating upgrade pack last week during Black Friday. I would imagine that they drop it again. However, this SBC makes fodder move because people got good pulls from it last week. It was 3 times repeatable. And you guys saw yesterday on the market, right? Like we said and like we expected, fodder has dropped off a lot because that SBC went away yesterday. The base icon upgrade that was out before expired. 86s went from 7,500 coins to 6.5K. I think the biggest drop was probably on 88s. 15K for 88s. They absolutely fell off a cliff yesterday since that SBC went away. Now, we've got the squad battle rewards today and potentially this SBC coming back out. Maybe it's not repeatable 3 times, but if it's repeatable once or maybe twice, I think there is an opportunity to invest in fodder once again, probably on the 86 to 88 rated realm. And you could see some profit today. And what a better time to be investing in fodder than Sunday morning when you have the squad battle rewards supply hitting the game. I actually need to play one more game of squad battles because I'm right on the edge of Silver 1, which is the rank that gives you one of the mastery tokens. Yeah, I probably need to play one more game. I'm on 8702 and I'm at 9,200 points. So watch out for that. But that's going to bring tradable supply in, especially because a lot of people have been playing. 85s at like 4K or under 4K, 86s in the low 6K range, 87s sub 10K, and then 88s in the 14s. I think those are good investments for today. If you want to try to make some quick coins for an icon pack, we could also get, like we had last week, we could have an icon pack and a hero pick out at the same time again. That is actually what happened last year, the week after Black Friday. I think there's there's a decent percentage chance of that happening. So watch out for fodder today. If you want to get invested, if you're trying to make some coins there, you can absolutely go ahead and do that. Again, watch out for the promo cards and packs. Those are probably going to be dropping. And then we mentioned making some coins, right? If you want to grind the market, bids. Anytime we get rewards, it is just a great time to bid. Bid on fodder. It's going to be one of the easiest ways to bid. But also some of those silver cards that maybe you're selling for 1 to 2 to 3,000 coins on the market, you can probably get those on bid for really, really cheap today too. The best way to find silver cards, this is some trading 101 for you guys, maybe on a lower budget or a medium budget, just wanting to get some silvers or make some easy coins today. The best way to find these is going into Footbin, scrolling down to silver cards, click all silver, and then click on the price thing here. Click it twice so it orders high to low, and you'll see a lot of silver cards here, like 4,000 coins. I usually scroll down here to find the ones in like the 2 to 3K range, so maybe there's a little bit less competition on them, but people are still buying them. You see a lot of the Argentinian cards are like 3.2K. See a lot of these. We probably want to stay away from those, although those probably will drop today and they could be really good to trade with. There's going to be a lot more people trading with those, so if you want to watch those, absolutely do that. But maybe find a card that's selling for like 2K that's not in the Argentinian league, which a lot of these are. All these cards are 3,000. Are all Argentine silver is 3,000 coins. I haven't necessarily checked myself, but it looks like that might be the case. But if you go back here and find some players that are like selling for 1 to 2,000 coins, maybe like a Premier League silver. It looks like this random Liga F silver, Christina Lebron, is selling. Like, look, her graph looks like it as well. Looks like it moves a lot. She was 250 yesterday. Right now she's selling for 2K. She went to 2K yesterday as well, like before the SBC even came out. That's a card that you'd want to trade with. Maybe it's for an EVO. Okay, yeah, she goes pretty crazy in an EVO. That might be one of the reasons why she's moving a lot in price. But the cards like that, and especially, I know I kind of skipped over the Argentinian ones. Those cards as well will be very, very good to trade with. Of course, try to stick to players that are popular. This Zebe be a great example of a card you could trade. On a daily basis, he goes from 1.3K up to, look, I mean, he even has highs of 3,000 coins. He goes from 1K to 3K every single day. Right now, he's pretty low. Maybe during squad battle rewards, he goes even lower. You can get bids for him under 1,000, and you can sell them at 3K later in the day. That's like low budget, but very high amounts of profit per card for a lower budget. But other than that, if you want to trade on the out of packs market today, yesterday I was pleasantly surprised with how some of the movements went on the market. You know, you can definitely trade with out of pack specials. The market didn't really crash per se. Definitely prices dipped, but we definitely did not have a crash. So I wouldn't be afraid of trading on the market, but I do expect if we're getting an icon pack today that there would be probably some more dips on the market, just as people would sell cards to go and afford the icon pack. And then again, be a little bit careful with attackers, because attackers are hurting in price after yesterday's EVO. So that's kind of what I would look for in terms of the market today. Last thing is, remember this big post of all the SBCs that have been leaked, right? We've had the Tagliafico. Now we've had almost half of this list. We still have out there a Lucas Beraldo, a Fleming, a Baggio, and then a couple of these Winter Champions cards, along with a brand new leak of an Ashley Young Everton Winter Champions card here. I don't know if that's how good the card is going to look. Probably not, but maybe be a little bit careful with some of those Premier League right backs, maybe like Dalot, maybe Trent Alexander-Arnold. If they were to give Ashley Young whipped pass plus like that card shows, you know, that might hurt some of the other right backs in game if it's a good price SBC, if the stats are good, stuff like that. So I wanted to point that out really quick because that's something that's flowing through the grapevine as well in terms of a leak. So that's the video for today. A little bit of a longer one, but I wanted to get through everything related to the evolution and, of course, the icon pack that could be coming today, guys. So I have a Kaká right now that I don't love. I kind of wanted to try to flip this card because I flipped him on Friday night, and he's still the same price that I bought him for. He's like 1.2 mil. Actually, he's a little bit lower, 1.2 flat. So we might end up not making coins on this because of squad battle rewards, but we'll have to see. I still got some other discard investments here with the Gallagher, a couple of for Rich, and then I still have the Vieira and a couple of Riquelmes that I keep lazy listing here as well. So hopefully we can sell some of these off, even if Vieira, look, 3299. Who's doing that, man? Like, come on now. He's literally 2 cards away from 3.5. There's a 3.4, there's a 3.495. Now, we got to be listing that. We got to be listing that at 3.5, man. Anyways, I'm going to try to sell out of some of my cards. I can have some coins for today. I'm in the weekend league right now. with an okay record. I have a crazy story that I have to share with you guys on the stream about my last loss in Weekend League. The game literally glitched out. It was nuts. Anyways, that's enough yapping for me today. Have a great Sunday. I will see you guys later on in the stream today. We got champs to play. We got SBC content and more content to look at via the evolutions. And we're going to try UFL today as well. Yeah, that's the plan for today. I'll stop yapping, guys. Have a great Sunday. It's been TheFutAccountant. If you enjoyed this one, slap a thumbs up on it. Comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you later. Peace out.